Donald Trump just dropped a bold statement about US-India trade, shaking up the conversation on tariffs, oil, and global alliances. But is it really a disaster, or just part of a much bigger story? Here's what he posted on Truth Social. India sells us massive amounts of goods, but we sell them very little. For decades, it's been a one-sided disaster. India charges us the highest tariffs, buys oil and weapons from Russia, not the US. Now they've offered to cut tariffs to nothing, but it's late. They should have done it years ago. Okay, that's the raw post. Now let's unpack it. Trump's right that the US imports far more from India than it exports. India ships textiles, IT services, and pharma. But here's the twist. America is actually India's largest trading partner. So while it feels one-sided from Washington, India sees the US as essential. And tariffs? No doubt, India has some of the steepest in the world, especially on cars, dairy, and agriculture. But the US isn't innocent either. Washington slapped tariffs back, sometimes up to 50 cents, especially after India ramped up Russian oil imports. It's not a one-way street, it's a tariff tug-of-war. Now about Russia. India does rely heavily on Russian oil and weapons. That's true, but they've also been buying more US drones, helicopters, and fighter jet parts. The relationship isn't stuck in the Cold War, it's shifting. Big picture? Since India's 1991 reforms, trade with the US has skyrocketed. If tariffs really drop to zero, we could see billions unlocked. But with US elections and India's politics, the question is, will action move fast enough? So, is it a disaster, or just two giant economies figuring out how to play ball? Should America push India harder on tariffs and Russian oil, or should both sides compromise for the bigger picture? Drop your thoughts in the comments. This debate is just heating up.